I had a dream that I think could be a prophetic word, so I'm going to go ahead and share it. Um, I dreamed that I was in a really big cafeteria type area. Me and my wife were eating at it, and across the table, a ways, there was a young man and his wife eating over there. And over comes an older man who's in his 60s, and he starts to, politely come up to us and say this. He says, you know, I could help you, you know, get the credentials and come to this particular Christian school, and you could become a leader in Church of God, Cleveland. And because we really need Church of God to have a voice for the counterculture, this new, counterculture generation, and you really could speak to them. And I said, well, and then I saw a piece of paper that was stuck on his shirt that said counterculture on it. And then I said, okay, well then you know that counterculture people don't believe in being sellouts, right? Do you know what a sellout is? Uh, he said, yeah. Well, just in case you don't know, a sellout is a person who, for the sake of money, completely sells out everything they believe in and stand for. Here, for example, if we, then I said this, if we were living in the 1300s, me and my wife, we would totally go to the stake and be burned to death in front of all these people for what we believe. Okay, at that point, he rolled his eyes and walked away. Okay. Then another man came. He was sort of a goon. He was a beefier fellow. I wouldn't say that he was a bodybuilder, but he was an older man. He was an older man, but he was kind of a beefier older man. Like he could mess you up if he wanted to, he could mess you up. Of course, we're in this big church cafeteria. And he comes over to me and he gives me a piece of paper. He says, "Here's what you're going to do." He gives me a piece of paper. He says, "You're going to go to this building over there, and then you're going to uh, look for this specific item that's going to be placed in this specific place. And here's the directions for it, and something something or another, and 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 that's what we're going to have you do, okay?" And it wasn't that he was giving me a task that was harmless that bothered me. It was that he dared to just give me orders. He thought that he could just go ahead and just give me some orders. Right? I wouldn't stand for that. And so what I did is that I did like a professional wrestling move on him. I I picked him up. I picked him up from underneath his legs. I picked up his from underneath his legs, the thigh area, and then I hoisted his whole body on the upper part of my back and just body slammed him, and then just got all my things off the table neatly and orderly, and saw the girl across the way giggling at what I did, and then we just walked away. Here's my interpretation of that. Um, I don't ever want to be part of any religious organization that's going to tell me don't preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and don't preach scriptural holiness. I don't want your money. It's dirty. It's filthy. So you can take your money and shove it. That's my answer. That's my answer. God bless out there.